evening, everyone, and happy Independence Day. Welcome to our continuous coverage of the 2023 Bahamas Golden Jubilee Games. We've got a lot of ground to cover this evening, so let's get you right into it. Much anticipated sport of softball starts tomorrow. We understand the ageless wonder, Edney the Heat Bethel, is expected to lead the pitching squad for Eleuthero's men team. And over on the newly renovated hardwood court of the Donald Davis Gym, basketball also kicking off. Joining us in the studio to talk about all things basketball is none other than James Price. He's the secretary of the New Providence Sports Council. Welcome, Price.
Welcome, Marcellus.
Good to have you here. Basketball does start tomorrow. Simply put now, all the I's dotted and the T's crossed in preparation for these games.
Well, you know, everybody was making the preparation. It's now time to execute whatever you put in preparation, you know.
I look at the strength of some of these teams, and I got to say, New Providence has their work cut out for them, because that team from Eleuthero right now is going to be very, very tough to beat.
Well, Eleuthero, Freeport, Albuquerque, and New Providence, they're the team to watch. Freeport and Eleuthero in one division, New Providence and Albuquerque in the next division. You know, so, you know, it is a format whereby you go in division and then you come out. So we mightn't reach Eleuthero as well as we might. So whatever have to happen, got to happen.
All right, can't wait for it. It's going to be pretty interesting. Meanwhile, though, there is volleyball action still going on at the Candlelight Gymnasium. Let's swing back over there and see what's going on.
Antonio is running the whole front court. Yes, another point. Now,
wait a minute.
Yeah, now,
Albuquerque's falling apart.
Yes, they only have one true hitter on the court at this present moment. They just need to keep on serving. Latoya Williams, he put that over. Ressi just rolls it over. They're going to be in problem because this ball going to Antonio. Yes. Yes, good play. Good play by Grand Bahama. Milano knows he was up there and he just pushes that ball down. They are back into this game, 18-14. Grand Bahama is making a run. They're taking advantage of the fact that Chauncey is out. And they want to get back into the playoff rounds. Things can change. If you have Albuquerque winning here, Grand Bahama winning here, and the protest with Micah and Exuma go forward, it changes a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, that could be very interesting. Very, very, to say the least. And I do believe something like that has to be dealt with ASAP.
Yes.
You don't wait to see the outcome of this and what. Make a decision on that right away. Boy, I don't know. I'm beginning to get afraid for Albuquerque now.
Yeah. Latoya Williams, that's the line. He's not giving up points.
That momentum now has switched.
Yeah, it has the coach up on his feet. He was sitting down all night, but now he's not comfortable on that bench. It's not a comfortable place to be.
And I see Lucas over there. I don't know if Lucas just trying to buy some time, but he's saying it's wet here. Oh no, it's wet over there. You know, as coaches, you know, you guys, you have all of those tricks in the bag that you can pull out at any given time.
Latoya Williams put the ball over. Ball set. Ball hit out. Yes.
Albuquerque in trouble.
Yes, no true hitter.
Albuquerque's in trouble.
They're going to have to go to Lorenzo Williams if they want to save you. Latoya is serving the ball well. He forces out Lorenzo. Yeah, he squeezes that one through.
Finally.
Yeah, that gives them a sigh of relief. Yes, no stopping that young man.
Boy, I tell you, he get up.
Antonio Jennings, there's no stopping him. Now he's going to be fired up. I think we're going to go for 3 sets.
Well, I see.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, Grand Bahamas not gonna like that. They looking through the corner of their eye. They see him on that bench. They not gonna like that. So that could play a little psyche in their head also. But I tell you one thing, Showtime. If Abaco happens to win this match, that coach is going to be a very happy man tonight.
You mean for Abaco?
And for Abaco, he sat on the bench all tournament. Now he's standing up and he's pacing.
Saw the light.
Yeah. See, me as a coach, I never sit on the bench. So if teams has me out of character, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But if I'm on the bench sitting down, and all of a sudden you see me stand up, then I know I'm in the coach head. So I don't ever sit on the bench. I wait till play start, and once play starts, I stands up. I position myself right at that back line so I can call ball in or ball out. 2016. Yes. Big dig, big hit. That's Philip Stubb Jr. again. He's listed as a setter and power hitter. Right now he's playing the role of power hitter. And he's doing an excellent job of that.
2017 now.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes. Milano knows. Oh, yeah, he came to play tonight. We haven't seen him all tournament, but he is present tonight. I get blocked. Oh, no, it didn't. It didn't.
You put that down a little bit.
That get blocked. No. Grand Bahamas playing some ball right now. Oh, that was going out. That was going out. Philip Stubb Jr., he overplayed that ball. The ball was going to score 21-18. Chauncey's coming back in the game. Okay, he wants to put this away. And he's entering back in the game, into the front court. He's going to take number 12 out. He's going to take out Darryl Russell out the game. Darryl Russell is out the game. He's out the game, and now we have Chauncey. Chauncey's now back in the game. So he's here to put this away.
Wow.
1921. Milano came to play today. Milano came to play today, guys. Chauncey Coon was down back in the front court. We know where this first ball is going to go if it's a good pass. This ball is going to go to Chauncey by all means necessary. He rolls it over. This ball is going. Ball goes back on to Chauncey. He's going to dink it, power. The ball is still up. Oh, Latoy Williams. He put the ball in the ball of the net. Oh, that hurt. That one hurt, Showtime.
Indeed. You don't want to make no unforced errors at this point.
That ball is served out.
Oh.
Yes. That's a costly mistake for Abaco.
So now we got a 22-20 game. Abaco with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, that's Graham Bain saving that ball out.
And I would say this, Coach, in a situation like this, after winning the first set, you don't want to lose the second set.
No, you don't want to lose the second set.
You got to come back down with some momentum.
Because the team who won the second set has the momentum.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Antonio Jennings.
Antonio Jennings in the game of his life.
He wants it. If they win this set, they will win the third set.
What a come from behind for Grand Bahama.
Yes. Well, we know where this ball is going to go after Grand Bahama. Big set. Big set. And the score now is tied 22-22. We have a match on our hands for Showtime.
I'm telling you. We talk about the excitement with the ladies' game. Well, I tell you.
Identical.
So you can imagine what the playoff is going to be like.
Oh, man. I think we're going to have to stand up and I'm going to take this game when the playoffs start. Score is 22-22. My anticipation.
2-2-2 on game number 2.
Yeah. 2-2-2, game number 2. This is a Duca. And we know just with every ball right now is going to go to Chauncey. Every ball that's going to be set. Win, lose, or draw, that ball is going to go to him. Chauncey Cooper. Let's see if our prediction is right. Showtime.
But now he's in the backcourt, which means he can't come up to the front court and jump, right?
No, he's front court. He has to drop back to get in the pass. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What they said? He caught the ball?
They saying he touched the net. I don't see it, but oh, man, that's a call.
Oh, that's a crucial call.
Okay,
I think they protested?
Yes, they protested. No. Oh, man, that's a costly call. As an official, I wouldn't call that. That's controversial.
Wow.
That is controversial. You know where this is going? Right back at you. Call that. Call that. We haven't seen him all night either. That's number 7 for Grand Bahama. That's on Talil Bannister. We haven't seen Talil Bannister all night. We saw him play past some good ball, but that's his first hit for the night. They're checking the lineup for Abaco. I think Chauncey should be in position 3. Yes. Oh, he's in position 2. Okay. Bannister's at the line. Scores 23-23. Oh, they did get the ball. Game point, Abaco.
Chauncey came back to make a huge difference.
Yes, he made a huge difference. Now he's going to the back and he's limping. You can see his slight limp. I don't know if they taped him up or what. But that's the mark of a warrior. He realized that his team was laboring and he needed to have his presence seen. Good service, good pass. Yes. Yes. Antonio Jennings is making his presence felt here at these Bahama games. He said he been looking forward to this all his life to play at this level. Now he's here and he's not wasting any time. Oh, rally killer. Latoy Williams just made a crucial service error. Now it's game point for Abaco, 25-24.
He was trying to place that along the line, along the baseline.
Yeah. Good set out there.
This thing is out.
This thing is out. This thing is out. The head referee saying it's on. The head referee overruled that call because I thought it was on also. Ball goes to Grand Bahama. Scores now 25-25. Remember, we only going to 27 cap. Scores 25 apiece. Yes.
This is truly coming down to the wire.
I think what the referee's saying now, he's going to call a replay on that play. If he calls a replay, then it'll be 25 Abaco, 24 Grand Bahama. But no, it's not a replay. Ball served. Chauncey. Big block. big block. Oh, it's going to be a point right now. This is going to stop. Yes, and it's in the corner. Ball goes to stop. Julian, he pounds it in the corner. 26-25, game point, Grand Bahama. Oh, they're tasting, they're smelling, and they're tasting blood right now.
What a comeback for Grand Bahama.
Antonio Jennings is a good server. He jump float. Trouble. It's going to be a free ball. I think it's going to be another set. It's going to be another set. Oh, he just rolled up ball. He should have hit that ball. Yes, Milano! This is a good time for Milano to show up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't think Milano's going to sleep tonight. Yeah, Milano, he is Kirk Farquharson's stepson. Yeah, so, oh, man, that's a good match.
What a match. What a match.
That's a good match.
The final, of course, Grand Bahama coming from behind with a 27-25 win.
Yes. Abaco team, they really need a chance.
All right, how about that? Great match just now. Well, it's not over by a long shot. 1-1 now, as you saw, Grand Bahama able to come back and just barely hold off a loss there. 25-17 was the first set. You saw Grand Bahama coming from behind, winning that second set, 27-25, and now we'll have a decisive third set in this match. I'm telling you, good action there. That's what you want to see in a volleyball game. So far, all these matches have been straight sets. Not this time. It looks as if Grand Bahama is going to put up a fight against this Abaco team, a surprising Abaco team so far in this match. And Price, we were just talking about how good the action was in this one and how, you know, back and forth it was. And so far, so good.
Yeah, it was a good, evenly matched game, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and I like what I saw so far. I think Grand Bahama now has a legit chance of winning this third set and putting themselves back on the winning side.
Well, I can tell you something. If Abaco beat them in the first set, you notice Abaco beat them convincingly.
Yes.
This one, they had a fight. Now it's the best man win in the third set, and I feel still Abaco can be there.
Yeah.
They've put up a good fight just now.
Yeah. They certainly did. Meanwhile, they have baseball action over DeAndre Rogers' baseball diamond. Let's swing over there and see what Ricardo and Ramiko up to as the squad from New Providence going up against Team Eleuthera.
That ball is moving.
Sending Mr. Darling back.
He is gone. We've completed 4 innings of play. It's a 9-2 ball game. When we come back to top of the 5th inning here live at the beautiful Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. Got a good crowd on hand for this one. New Providence leading Eleuthera 9-2. Ricardo Lightbourne and Ramiko Knowles will be right back.
All right, so while we wait for them to come back for the next inning, we can tell you right now, as you just saw on your screen, it is New Providence leading 9-2 over that squad from Eleuthera. By the way, I think both teams coming into this game were undefeated, so that says a lot. Something's got to give, as they say. At the end of the day, one of them's going to have their first loss, and I'm sure we had Fish Knowles on here talking, Ramel Knowles talking about this game earlier. His son plays for New Providence, but he's of Eleutheran descent. He says he's pulling for Eleuthera, and he's just going to hope his son does well. At the end of the day, you know, he's going to be happy either way, right? So we'll have to see how it all turns out. But right from the trials to the road mix, to the road race, 32 miles of it, cyclists in all categories on the road of New Providence this Independence holiday. Here's Jay Philippe with an update.
It was an early but busy morning once again for cyclists here at the Bahama Games. The event is officially in the books, and we have those winners.
It was very interesting. Definitely took some training, but I'm glad, and I'm very happy about how I placed.
The wind was spiking a little bit coming down the back stretch, but I pushed through it.
I'm really happy with my performance. Like, it was a good race for me. This whole thing was a really fun experience, so I'm glad I got to do it.
I enjoyed the race because good competition, good work. It really trusted my training and my coach and all the things that I went through to get here. Overall, it feels good to win.
Hard work pays off, that's all I could say. That was a serious experience because this is like my first time ever, like, you know, come to compete in Nassau. Coming from another island to come here, yeah, it was an experience for me. I love it.
The strategy is quite simple. I wanted it to come down to sprint because I feel like I'm one of the top sprinters. But the competition was tough out there because you have other top sprinters, Kevin, Chris Curry, and they were right up there too. So the fact that I came out on top means a lot.
And that's how it went at this year's Bahama Games as it relates to cycling. 6 winners, 6 champions. Back to you guys in studio.
All right, thanks so much, Jay. And boy, I was driving earlier today and saw the streets lined off, and you saw the cyclists going through town. You know, it's good to see all of these sports now getting their moment to shine and showcase what they've been doing for a while behind the scenes, but now getting it on the big stage. You heard the young lady said this is her first time being able to cycle here in New Providence. Great stuff. And let's see how that turns out. Meanwhile, we do have cycling completed. We caught up with the president of the Bahamas Amateur Cycling Federation and the president of the New Providence Council, Roy Colbrook, who wrapped up the 2 days of cycling competition.
Over 100 cyclists took part in this year's Bahama Games. According to President of the Bahamas Cycling Federation, Roy Colbrook, it is a major step towards the revitalization of cycling.
Well, Jay, you know, after 21 years, these Bahama Games, most of these athletes who participated yesterday and today, some of them weren't around then. And reality is, and the older guys who are here, they could appreciate it coming back after this long period of time. But I could tell you it was 2 days of fierce racing, and nobody could have predicted who would have won. The competition was that stiff. As you would be aware, you would see where Columbus Isles even were to get a gold medal. So imagine that goes to show you, and the participation from all of the islands was wonderful. More than anything else, the highlights for me is the amount of kids, what you see out here, who participated, and they participated with pride for the various islands. You know, and that's very important. As it relates to the federation, and you see this last race what just went off, New Providence took the gold, but you see you had almost 20 individuals come into the line for that prize. So that should tell you something how tough it was. We'd like to say shout out to our partners, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, our volunteers, our executives of the council, our executive of the Bahamas Cycling Federation, and shout out to all of the officials. I'd just like to say a big thank you from the Pirate King.
And that's how it went at this year's Bahama Games as it relates to cycling. Reporting from the stadium, I'm Jay Philippe. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks again, Jay, man. I tell you, he was busy watching that cycling today and kept us all the information that we needed, as you just saw. Great competition all across the board. I think everybody now once again remembers that cycling is a big part of what we do here in this country. We have top cyclists. We have every athletic spectrum covered. All these guys are all doing their best to represent their island. So it is pretty cool. And you know, it was seeking a recurring theme for these games so far. It would be this: no island can rest on its laurels. Several upsets and surprises from yesterday's results to prove that. One reason may be because of the decision to even the playing field by allowing New Providence-based athletes to compete for the island of their heritage. So unlike what you would see in the Olympic Games, where one team would have a handful of athletes while others have hundreds, the team that will walk into the stadium this evening are more evenly matched, both in numbers and in skill set. There's at least one basketball team, however, that will still have an added advantage, thanks to a couple of professional athletes on their roster.
Way action expected to be hotly contested across every sport, especially on the hardwood, as basketball remains one of the biggest tickets, and this year should be no different. Several professional hoopers returning home to compete in the Jubilee edition of the games, among them veteran pros and national team stalwarts Keno Burrows and Michael Carey, who will suit up for the Eleuthera Adventurers.
Always, you know, watching it on TV, you always wanted to be a part of it, and I think in all my time, when it was high school, being with Frank, going collegiate, playing national team, I've never done anything for Eleuthera. You know, my mom, Raquel Morley, before she became a Woodside, is from Greencastle, Eleuthera. And my dad, obviously, you know, Carey's are from Tappan Bay. So I'm fully an Eleutherian. We're not cheating.
My borough side of the family, you know, we big in Governor's Harbor. I used to spend every summer down on Cupid's Key with my Grammy. And then as I got into professional basketball, I started doing a camp in Governor's Harbor at the Haynes Library, where both my grandparents are buried. So it's that side of the family so prideful. All my cousins back in Eleuthera, and just the whole island community in general, man. I really learned, we're giving and receiving, and that old island spirit of somebody bringing coconut and somebody bringing pineapple and everybody sharing the harvest. And
for both Gary and Burrows, the lore of the game certainly not lost on them, as classic matchups in the past help ignite that desire in them to become a hooper.
I can remember my dad taking me to these Bahama games. I wasn't even a basketball fan yet. Didn't watch NBA, didn't watch college or none of that. And I can remember coming and watching Eleuthera, Dexter Cambridge and them, and against Nassau, Ricardo Pierre, and Nelson and them against Freeport with Triunks and Scott Forbes and Jimmy Mackey, bro. These guys were almost like my heroes, because that's kind of what got me into basketball.
I always used to run back to play for the national team because it's like you said, the camaraderie. It's just you're just guys you grew up with, or and you learn stuff. Crippy, who's from Freeport, he should probably be with the Grand Bahama team. He told me a bunch of stories when Scott Forbes, who's now I think co-owner of McFit with Jimmy Mackey, when he jumped over a guy's head. I don't think the recording was that big, how it is now, obviously. So, he's told me a bunch of stories about these whole, the Bahama games and what's not. So,
and they're certainly not sleeping on the competition.
I expect some great, hard-nosed, physical, fast, competitive Bahamian basketball. I ain't coming home thinking, anything sweet or somebody can give us a gold medal. I respect the quality of players and the talent that we have in the Bahamas. Everybody know that. I could play around the world and come home, and them fellas on the park could give you problems.
All right, boy, I tell you, I can't wait for that competition to start. Basketball, as you said, starts tomorrow. It'll be great times. Let's meanwhile go back over to the Kendall Lodge Gymnasium. We had a good one in men's volleyball. Let's see who's going to come out on top.
Yes, 8-7, Grand Bahama. They will exchange side with Grand Bahama being in the lead, 8-7. This is a good match.
Very good match, and so intense.
Nobody's leaving the gym. They want to see the outcome of this match. Yeah, we have another player that entered the game from Grand Bahama, Reese Brown. He's been playing and the comeback. He's been quiet. He hasn't had any kills, but he's been making some good defensive plays. Right now, Antonio Jennings is smiling to him, and in other words, he's proud of him and how he's performing. So he's playing with his psyche now to get him fired up as he makes his service and make it count. And that's what it's all about. You have to know your players and know when you need to get them in the game. So this young man is basically the first time I've seen him, and in this crucial match he's been playing.
So now, Grand Bahama with a 1-point lead after coming back in the second game and able to win it down to the wire.
Yes. Because use the strategy now, they're saying the whole part's bet.
Maybe a little fatigue settling in.
Yeah, they got to make sure. They got to make sure that we got to calm down this Grand Bahama team. They fired up right now. They fired up right now. And a good old Bahamian song was they call the fire engine. Tell them come quick. If Grand Bahama wins this match, Showtimes, you're going to see a celebration.
I'm telling you.
You will see a celebration.
With the way they played, it is really time for celebration.
Yes, you will see a celebration. And this would give them a good momentum if they go into the next round. This is good for Grand Bahama. Reese Brown, good serve. He got it on. Yes, 4. The ball did not come over. Ball goes back to Grand Bahama. Scores now 9-7. Chauncey's in the backcourt. That's not very good. Chauncey Cooper's in the backcourt for Abaco. If they set it, then it's going to have to be a backcourt set from Pike. Reese Brown, he puts it over again. It goes to Shawnee and Pike. Yes, and he hits it wide. He hits it wide. Showtime, they need to call a timeout. And yes, they call a timeout.
Well, Chauncey is the guy you want to go to.
Yes.
And he had a really good shot.
He ran from the blocks.
But unfortunately, he hit it wide.
Yes, he hit it wide. And that brings Grand Bahama closer to the climax in this match at 7-10. Very interesting. But it isn't over till the fat lady sings.
We're going to see now what Abaco's made out of.
Yes.
Their back is definitely against the wall. The momentum is not on their side.
No.
So now they have to dig really deep. They got to find a way.
Yes, they need all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Reese places it over again. Good service. Ball's off the block. Ball is up. Ball is up. These guys are going to play. Yes. Ball rolled over by Antonio Jennings. Rips it up again. Ball is up. Good play. Oh, miscue.
Somehow the other Sturb looked like he slipped.
Yes.
I see them
on the floor.
I see them cleaning up that wet spot. It appears that Sturb might have lost his step.
Yes. But Antonio Jennings was just cleaning up that backcourt. Every ball that was spiked by Abaco, he was picking it up. Now we have a problem now that Chauncey is back now. Chauncey Cooper's now back in the front court, and we know all the balls going there. So Abaco Grand Bahama has an opportunity to receive this pass and make another point. Make a run whilst they're receiving, and that'll make the score 11-8. I don't know what's going on there. But the courts are wet and perspiration. These guys are sweating a whole lot.
Yeah, I think Superman might have just went to the
restroom
to change.
Yeah, he's pouring sweat. That's Philip Sturb. Philip Sturb Jr. He's pouring sweat. Yeah, he had to change that. He changed something.
So now while we have a break in the action, just a reminder, tomorrow morning, the final day of competition as far as volleyball goes. So now we're back to action now. When all was said and done, Grand Bahama 10, Abaco 8. We're in our final set, final game.
Yes, and Abaco at the service line. Yes, big play by Philip Sturb Jr. They needed that.
Yeah, Philip Sturb Jr. went into the restroom.
Superman came out.
Pull on his cape. And he came in a Superman move. So again, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, that's the time when volleyball will start tomorrow morning, our final day of competition.
Yeah, scores now is 8-11 in favor for Grand Bahama. And you have Milano Knowles at the service line. He came to play today. Good service. He came to play. Yes. Ball off the blocks. Ball goes back to Abaco. All Grand Bahama needs to do right now is keep on siding out, and they win this match. They can't allow Abaco to get any consecutive points. Every time Abaco breaks, they need to break back. That is what needs to happen. Good pass. They need to break back. Oh, big mistake. This ball going to Chauncey. We know where that's going. We know where that's going. Yes, good thing.
Good return.
No, they gotta answer back. Come on, Jensen. Good roll by Jensen. It's going to Chauncey again. Oh, good dig again.
Good dig.
Good dig again. It's going back to Chauncey again. He dinks.
I knew after he got blocked the first time.
Yes. 10-11. It's imperative right now that Grand Bahama answers back and gets the point. Right now the score is 10-11 in Grand Bahama's favor. If they side out, it becomes 10-12. Right now, what they're doing is wiping up the court. That's a good psyche thing that's going on. It's going to slow up the match, slow up the momentum for Abaco. Make Lorenzo think about it. See if he's going to walking around right now, getting into his head. Maybe if it's gotten into his head enough, he'll serve this ball in the net or he'll serve it out. It's a chess match. Yeah, these guys are giving the official extra work. They're having to mop up the floor. All the perspiration that's going on right now. Okay, back to play. Ball goes to Lorenzo. William see go through his routine. Bristol blows to the service. He gets the service on. Good block again. Now the score is tied at 11. Grand Bahama needs to side out. They need this badly. This ball is going to go to Antonio. Pressure. Lorenzo served the ball into the net, giving the advantage to Grand Bahama with a 12-11 one-point lead. Philip Sturb Jr. at the service line. Whistle blows. Ball up. Good dig. Good dig. Jensen. Yes. Yes.
What a play by Jackson.
Big play.
One of the prettiest digs I've seen all day.
Yes, big play. Chauncey tried everything in the world to try and get that ball up, but to no avail. to no avail. Now the score is 13-11 in favor of Grand Bahama. Look like we have another upset in the making. Grand Bahama is doing everything in their power to hold on to their position.
And every time one team scores, the next team wipe up the floor.
Yes.
What a strategy.
Strategy. Delay, and more delay. Philip Sturb Jr. at the line. Whistle blows. Ball serve. Yes, good service. This is the Barry's playing. He's playing together. We know the ball going back to Chauncey. And he pounds that ball for a 12-3 deficit against Grand Bahama.
Number 11.
Yes, he's playing a good game. Andrew Lane.
Andrew Lane.
He showed up tonight also. Now it's important that Grand Bahama's side goes right here and right now. They're not thinking. They're leaving a whole open spot. Andrew's trying to tell them to drop back. Jensen with the pass. Good pass. Jensen again. Thinks it off the block. Okay. Settle it down. Jensen again. Big hit by Jensen. Big hit by Jensen. Jensen Cooper. And Grand Bahama is they are celebrating already. Game point, Grand Bahama. What a big play by Jensen.
So now we got a 14-12 game.
Yes, we do.
Grand Bahama with a 2-point lead.
And game point. We know where this ball is going to go. We know Albaco is going to give this ball to Chauncey Cooper, and he's going to try his best to get his team back into the match. Now we go to the strategy of mopping up a floor.
Yet again. So, folks, this could be your ball game.
Nailed by the Leo Bannisters at the service line. Can't choke now. Got to get this ball over. Good service. Ball back to Chauncey. Good
try.
Andrew Lane. Now come on.
Andrew Lane wanted to go for that one.
Yes, but Luke, the coach got into the way. He was going for that ball. The coach blocked him. But the good thing about this Showtime is that Grand Bahama's receiving.
And they still got a chance to win.
And they got three top hitters in the front line right now.
Actually, three of them.
You have Jensen in the front. We have Antonio. And we have Philip Sturb in the front. No. No, still Philip is in the backcourt. So this ball's going to Antonio. This ball's going to Antonio. By all means necessary, this ball is going to go to Antonio. Grand Bahama right now, they're going to win or die with this ball going to Antonio. They need to get the lineup correct. They got to make sure they line up. They don't want to overlap because that would be a point that they give away that they didn't need to give away. Big serve. Ball is up. I know. Give in to Jensen. This ball is going to go up. This ball is going to... Antonio. Antonio. It's a party. It's a party in the house tonight.
What a come from behind win for Grand Bahama.
Grand Bahama is feeling it.
Oh, my goodness.
I know they're celebrating in Grand Bahama right now. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy in the gym tonight. They are celebrating.
Grand Bahama pulling off a huge win.
Yes.
Of course, what the situation is going to be now with Abaco as far as making the medal round goes.
Oh, man, that makes it that much more difficult. They have one more game, I don't know how that's going to pan out.
But boy, I tell you, what a game. Grand Bahama continue to stay focused, continue to play in spite of all the odds against them.
Yes, I tell you, man.
Came into this match.
There's something about that Grand Bahama teams.
And they're scrappy. They are just...
So there you have it again. And with Grand Bahama coming from behind, losing that first set, they go ahead and win sets 2 and 3 to now win that match. And that certainly makes things very, very interesting in the volleyball segment. On the men's side in particular, we'll see how Abaco now has to readjust. You heard him say they have one more game left to go, and we'll see whether or not they can indeed come back and pull that off and see if they can get into the medal rounds and see what they can do there. So meanwhile, there's baseball over at the Andre Rogers Baseball Diamond. Let's see what's going on as Eleuthera takes on New Providence.
The coach wants to show his confidence in you and have you close it out. You already have a 9-2 lead and you're playing for 1 at this point. Yeah, go ahead and close it out. Bring it home. Bring it home for the team.
There you go. Okay, so he's working from the stretch here.
That is a strike.
And that one there, and put it up. Rakini Prinas.
That is
off the right side, popped up in the
right side, and that will get it. And that will bring us to the close of the ball game.
That's your ball game. New Providence will move on to the gold medal game. 9-2 is your score. What a spectacular outing here for New Providence. They played as a team. Very good defense. Eleuthera had some issues. Started off and just simply could not get anything going from a offensive prowess here today. So now we can tell you that come tomorrow, that New Providence is headed to the gold medal game. 10 a.m. in the morning. And so you'll have the 10 a.m. game, which will be Columbus Isles and Grand Bahama. Okay. And then the winner of that will advance to play Eleuthera in the bronze medal game, which should be very interesting. And so Eleuthera is in, and so they will play the winner of the Grand Bahama and Columbus Isles game tomorrow. And then the winner of that will then move on to play New Providence. So whoever loses the bronze game at 1 o'clock will in turn be given the bronze, and so the gold game is going to be interesting and see how that goes. We have Ramiko out there on the field. We've had a very, very good day here. We saw earlier this morning New Providence defeating Andros 7-6 in a nail biter. The bang-bang play there at the plate, and now here they are with a 9-2 win and looking pretty good at this point. Ramiko Knowles standing by with the young man that threw a very good game, and so he's going to be going to him shortly. We have had ourselves a very, very good outing here as well. Ramiko, let me tell you, we've seen some pretty good baseball, but this one today was very, very good. And as far as the guys are concerned, I'd like to hear the story that young Mr. Knowles has for you in regards to what has transacted as far as his playing baseball, and how does he feel about what happened here today.
That's right, Rick. I'm standing by with the winning pitcher, Deshaun Knowles, who is certainly an inspiration for baseball players throughout the country. Even with his condition, he was able to come out with the win, pitching 7 strikeouts. Tell us about this game for you.
I mean, I just came here to focus, execute my job, and get the job done. That's all. throwing strikes is what you did. You were able to shut out Luther. They couldn't hit you. And even, you know, what was going on with you, you were still throwing the ball. Just tell us about your workout.
Every day I would just get up every morning, 7 a.m., hit the gym or a mile run, come back, breakfast, homework, and then repeat again.
Awesome. I'm interested to know, and what words of advice would you have for young baseball players who may feel as though they may not be able to play the game because of any condition they may have?
All I got to say to all the kids out there, just keep going no matter what it is, no matter what condition it is, just keep going no matter what.
Awesome stuff. Deshaun Knowles coming away with the win, shutting out, well, basically giving Luther, they could not touch his ball. It was a fast ball. He had a great game. We look forward to seeing you in the goal round tomorrow. And the coach is also standing by. You guys have made it to the final round, and you're playing tomorrow. Tell us, what are your thoughts going into tomorrow's game?
Well, we're first of all thankful for the win that places us in the gold medal matchup. We can't take anything for granted. These teams have been working hard. We've been a big target from day one. I know we're going to be an even bigger target on the last day. But once the team remains focused, we expect to leave the championship right here in the capital.
Awesome. There you have it. He wants to leave the championship in the capital. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's all happening here at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. Back to you in studio.
All right, thanks a lot. I tell you what, great game there. As you saw, New Providence now moving into the gold medal round with that win over Eleuthera, giving Eleuthera their first loss of the tournament in the process. And where that leaves Eleuthera, we'll find out. But you saw Deshaun Knowles. You saw him talking to our very own Romiko Knowles. I'm not sure if they're related, but I'll say this much. That Deshaun Knowles story is something, if you're not aware of it, he's a kid that has actually one hand. When I say one hand, is the finger, he does not have fingers fully formed on his left hand, but he's taught himself how to play one-handed. If you were watching the game, you saw him, he kind of takes the glove off and rests it on that hand, the off hand, and then he'll throw and put the glove on his hand very quickly. He's learned how to do it very well, and he's actually a very good hitter despite not only being able to hold a bat with one hand. So there's a story in that in itself, and you can see again an inspirational story for those of you that feel as if you have a limitation because of something wrong with you physically. It's just a matter of finding a way to get it done. So congratulations to Deshaun, and congratulations to New Providence for picking up that win over Eleuthera. Final score ends up being 9-2. We're going to take a break, and we'll come right back. Our coverage of these Bahamas games continues after this. Of the Bahamas games brought to you by Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, J.S. Johnson, the Royal Bank of Canada, Independent Secretariat Committee, Bank of the Bahamas, Dalbenas Agency, Summit Insurance, Fidelity Bank, Teleport, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, Agape Church, Ministry of Agriculture and Marines Resources, Western Hardware, Mobile Assist, and by Original Patties.
Now is the time to start living the life you've always dreamed of. Purchase that new car. Consolidate debt. Make your house a home, or switch your mortgage to lower your monthly payments. And BOB will be with you every step of the way to help you live your very best life. With the lowest consumer loan rates in the country, we are BOB, your bank of solutions.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Hi, my name is Amanda Ferguson with Biggity Candle Company. With Sand Dollar, we were very pleased to know that we were offered another way for customers to make payments that were digital. We don't like handling cash, the physical cash anymore. It's safer that way. I can tell you that, I won't go back. I much rather the transactions being on my phone. It's simple, it's instantaneous, and my customers have actually really loved it too.
Do business better with Sand Dollar. Learn more at sanddollar.bs. Vaccine.
Studios, Marcella Starhall, still in your company. We are continuing our coverage of these Bahamas games, and we just saw a very, very good volleyball game as the squad from Grand Bahama staying alive and taking down a team that nobody thought they would beat, really, and able to get it done in 3 sets. They are now still very much in contention to win a medal there. Meanwhile, on the baseball side of things, we just saw New Providence pushing through into the gold medal game with a victory over the team from Eleuthera. So things are certainly starting to heat up there as those competitions are winding down. Meanwhile, still to get going is the sport of basketball. And joining us once again here in our studios is Mr. James Price. And Price is the secretary here for the team for New Providence. And we were talking earlier about what we can anticipate in terms of basketball. And one of the things we did not touch on was the ladies. And we talked a lot about the guys, but the ladies will also be trying to showcase some stuff.
Yep, Marcellus, ladies basketball is a bit down, but we can have some good showing in basketball. Because if you look at New Providence to be in the middle round, I put my neck on the line for that. I show me you be there. Okay? You have Abaco has a good team. Exuma have a good team. So right now, we ain't sure who going to perfectly win, but I pull in for the Buccaneers. I was a Buccaneer.
Yeah, it would be remiss of you, seeing that you're the secretary for the New Providence Buccaneers, if you did not pull for your squad. I think they would have to take your uniform from you right away if you wasn't pull it. But I know I heard the team from Abaco has Waltia Roll. Is that correct?
Yeah, they have Waltia Roll. They have Valerie Nesbitt. Okay. You know, they're 2 good players.
Yes.
And I know too much more. But I mean, with the talent of Waltia and the talent of Valerie, that can pull them close. You know, if you don't pull them through, they'll be there knocking around.
Yeah, yeah. Well, for those of you that don't know, Waltia Roll is, of course, the country's first WNBA player, so she's no slouch. Just finished up. I think she just went back to professional basketball in Europe, so she had a good year. And then, of course, Valerie Nesbitt just finished up Ole Miss University, one of their top role players a little while ago. So you're talking about some good talent there, especially from the forward perspective. They're going to be hard. They're going to be very, very tough on the interior.
They can be competitive, you know. While Valerie can control the basketball, you know, and Waltia, if they get it inside, I don't see nobody in the Bahamas can stop her female.
Unless they bring Jonquel Jones. I don't think I heard anybody. Nobody said that.
John Graham might can come, but if you notice good, Waltia have a real inside game.
Yeah, she does. She does. She really does. And as far as some of the other teams, you mentioned New Providence, and I went to one of their practices. I saw Roberta Quant out there. I saw Chantel Roll. Who are some of the other names on that New Providence team that we should look out for?
Well, I noticed they have a mix of old players and they have a few young players. But the young players, I really don't know them like that.
Yeah, Anthony Tremutri, I think, is one of them. What's the young lady who used to go to St. John's? She's there as well. So, yeah, there is going to be interesting, like you said. But
yeah, because I noticed Breda still look like she got it, you know.
I don't know how many times up and down the court, but she's still, she's actually in very good shape.
But I see Chantel Roll still shooting the ball and handling the ball good.
Yeah.
And she, you know, she'd be in her 40s, you know, and she's still handling the ball good.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if she goes to, if Glenda Gilcott's out of retirement, I'm about to go suit up. That's a lot. That's a lot of old people coming back to play some basketball. But like you said, though, if you put yourself in good shape, you should be okay. So we're set up for basketball. I want to get your final thoughts on this. As we get ready for basketball here, fully in earnest, both men and women, what should fans anticipate as this action gets underway?
Well, like I can tell you, Marcellus, if you miss the game, you miss plenty, because I don't feel no team can be a pushover in the first round. Okay? You got Michael, you got Columbus Isle, Andres. Everybody got to realize somebody gets sneak you. So you got to be on your good P's and Q's at all games. Not only when you get certain games, you got to be there at all games. Because if you look at the rosters, you have average players from New Providence on most every roster.
Yeah.
Long Island is one of the teams I see, like they straighten up, they pick up a couple of pieces.
Yes, yes.
You know, you can recognize.
Yeah, I got a little soft spot for Long Island. I played 2 Bahamas games with Long Island back in the day. Myself, Bats, we talked about Bats Ferguson and some other guys. We played for Long Island back in the day, but you know, that's a long time removed. That was 20 plus years ago, aren't you? But I'll tell you, like you said, though, it does sound as if it's going to be very competitive. Like you said, on any given day. You got to come to play each and every night, because nobody's coming in there to lose. They're all coming there with the attitude that we came to win tonight. So I would imagine both the ladies and men's, it's going to be highly, highly competitive from start to finish.
You know, there's a bragging right thing. So everybody want that bragging right, and you can't have a bragging right if you lose. So you got to make sure you get bragging right.
Gotta lose. You got to win to brag. That's for sure. That's you got to.
So losers don't brag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Thanks you, James Price, joining us here. And again, like we mentioned, it is time for basketball. Starting tomorrow, of course, we got the medal rounds in baseball. There are so many good events coming up. Don't miss out on any of the action. If you're not able to go on out and check the games out for yourself, which I do implore you to do. I'd like to see more fans in those stands. Please, especially the morning sessions, those are free. And of course, in the evening sessions, you pay a couple of dollars, but you know, I think considering what is being offered to you in terms of being able to support the young people in this country, being able to just show your patriotism, really, I think it's a small price to pay. Nothing is extraordinarily expensive, I can guarantee you that much. It's a couple of dollars. You go on out, show your support for the particular island you're so inclined to support, and just have fun. That's what it's all about. That's what these Bahamas games are designed for. Am I right? They are designed to bring Bahamians together and to once again showcase what we are all about here on this 50th anniversary.
Yes, man. We need to showcase, because I feel too now it's time for the young people to step up and take over each of these sports. When I look at it and see some of these fellas almost 50 and still trying to play Bahama game, that tell me our sports ain't growing.
Yes.
Because by now you're supposed to then push them aside at 50 years old.
Yeah, one would think so. But I tell you what, as we wrap up this broadcast here for you this evening, it has indeed been a pleasure to get you all caught up on some of the activities that are going on across these Bahamas games. Still so much more to come over the next few days. It's going to be an amazing time, lots of activities, and of course we'll have it right here for you on the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It has indeed been our great pleasure to bring you these highlights and live look-ins that have happened here for this evening. Our guest once again has been, first of all, Romel Fish-Knowles, who joined us early, and now, of course, Mr. James Price. And we, of course, like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning us in and let us once again be the best broadcasting corporation out there. We do appreciate you. Keep listening in, keep watching as we keep you on top of what's going on with these Bahamas games. Once again, I'm Marcellus Hall. We'll see you again next time.
Vaccines protect those we love the most, our children and our grandchildren. I vaccinated my children to protect them. Getting your child immunized can protect them against diseases like polio, measles, whooping cough, and others. So protect your child today by getting them immunized. My grandchildren are vaccinated. You should do the same. Vaccinate your children and your grandchildren and make sure they are safe.
As we celebrate our 50th year of independence, let's move forward to protecting ourselves and each other from vaccine-preventable diseases, upward to achieving the highest vaccination rates in the region, and onward to a safer, healthier Bahamas. We can achieve this together. In New Providence, visit Ann's Town Clinic, Flamingo Gardens Clinic, Elizabeth Estates Clinic, or if you're in the Family Island, visit any of your routine vaccination clinics for vaccines. COVID-19 vaccines are also available.
Have you been denied a U.S. visa and don't understand why? Have you been turned away from the U.S. border without an explanation? Maybe you've had a prior arrest or conviction and you're not clear on how to move forward at this point. Call our office. We may be able to help. 954-449-1833.
Today, our coral reefs are in dire straits. They are dying at an alarming rate.
These ecosystems are under lots of threats.
There's multiple strategies for saving coral reefs, and one of the strategies is in restoration.
So we can start to revitalize the reef systems and protect the marine life in the Bahamas.
It's all about increasing environmental awareness.
Atlantis believes healthy reefs support a healthy Bahamas.
Weston Hardware, the only complete store with everything you need, specializing in a complete line of brand name power tools and accessories, lighting, electrical, plumbing, and bathroom fixtures, household supplies, and auto cleaning products. A complete paint department specializing in Valspar paints, Minmax wood finishings, and more. Our lumber and building department is fully stocked. Ask about our studs and tracks manufactured locally to your specification. Free delivery to your location and all here at Weston Hardware. Telephone 377-0058.
Visit us at www.westonhardware.net.
And I say, boy, my island's in the sun, 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 sun. Bring it up, guys. And I say, boy, my island's in the sun. Carnival time is here, but when I turn to party, this drunken, I got me with so boy, my island's in the sun. Carnival time is here, we go be.
Fly free from Nassau. Visit BahamasResidence.com for details.
Disasters strike with little to no warning. We hope for the best, but should be prepared for the worst. And you understand that an always online communication system plays a critical role in business as usual when emergencies occur. At Teleport One, we can prepare your business to operate as normal with our many voice, data, and video solutions. Contact us today and let our team ensure that you operate business as usual. 502-4550 or email sales@teleportone.com.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Get in gear with an RBC auto loan with up to 100% financing, extended repayment, and low interest rates.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/gear-up. Conditions apply.
Car insurance, home insurance, marine insurance, this insurance, that insurance. The truth is, you may not like it very much, but you need insurance, and it has to work for you. That's why Summit insurance policies are designed with you and your life in mind, fitting your lifestyle and needs perfectly. So you can rest comfortably knowing that your car, home, boat, and business are well taken care of. Contact our agents at Insurance Management today. Summit Insurance. We peak above all others.
Approximately 150 miles east of the Florida Keys lies Andros Island, which is filled with countless national treasures, from its glistening white sand beaches to its clear, pristine waters and bountiful natural resources. Andros is the largest island in the Bahamas archipelago and the 5th largest in the Caribbean. consisting of some of the most healthy marine and terrestrial habitats left in the Caribbean, including flourishing fish populations, the third largest barrier reef in the world, the highest concentration of blue holes in the Western Hemisphere, and the largest reservoir of fresh water in the Bahamas. These resources contribute significantly to the Bahamian economy and are intrinsically woven into the cultural landscape of Andros. So what are we as a country doing to safeguard our national treasures?
Protecting nature, preserving life is the model that has and continues to guide the Nature Conservancy's work. One of the strategies used by the Nature Conservancy to ensure that this is accomplished is by assisting with the establishment of protected areas to conserve biodiversity.
Bahamas National Trust is mandated to manage all national parks in the country and also to manage and preserve our resources. On Andros, we noticed that Andros has the largest supply of natural resources for the country. So we work in conjunction with the Nature Conservancy and other NGOs on Andros to preserve Andros.
On the west side of Andros, there are a number of small islands, estuaries, tidal creeks, and wetlands that create a variety of habitats rich with life. Estuaries, for example, are important nursery and foraging habitat for many species such as large populations of hawksbill, loggerhead, and green turtles, flamingos, which feed in both the northwestern and southern creeks of Andros, and the Andros rock iguana.
Since 2006, the Conservancy has been working with the Bahamas National Trust, Andros Conservancy and Trust, Nature's Hope for South Andros, the Department of Marine Resources, and the Kersner Marine Foundation to promote the expansion of the existing Andros Westside National Park. The reason for the expansion is to ensure that critical habitats and wildlife are protected from future threats and to help sustain our quality